Hi guys, welcome back to Reading Euphoria. Today I'm coming at you with the Do You Have That Book tag. So I've been wanting to do this tag for a while. By the way, I hope that you enjoyed my new introduction. I've been working on it myself, so I hope that you like it. Give me the thumbs up if you do. So yeah, I've been wanting to do this tag for ages. This one, I have seen so many booktubers do it, and I've been wanting to do it for a while. I think I was actually going to do it before Christmas, and then I just, you know, got caught up with the whole Christmas thing. So today I am doing it. I mean, it's February, so I'm like 2 months late. So this book tag, for those of you who don't know, is built up of 20 questions. I will link the original video down below so you can check it out. But yeah, I'm just gonna do my own one today. I've got all my shots here. Very good. So hopefully I can fulfill all the challenges, but we'll see. I'm going to try and do it as quick as I can. It is originally meant to be like stopwatch, like, and timed. I'm not going to do that because that would just stress me out. So we're just going to try and do it as quickly as I can, but still just, you know, not do it against the timer. So here it goes. The first question is, do you have a book with deckled edges? And I actually already know this one. I have All the Ever Afters by Danielle Teller. I got this book at Yauk, and it does have, I mean, I don't even know whether you're going to be able to see it like on camera, but I promise you it's got deckled edges. And for those of you who have this book, you know that it's got deckled edges. So I haven't read this yet, but I'm very excited, and I love how this book does have deckled edges because it kind of keeps with the theme of the book, like it's like an old book and it's kind of been ripped and torn and stuff like that. So yeah, number one complete. The next question is, do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? I don't know. So I have a load of books with 2 people on the cover. I don't actually have books, any books with 3 people directly on the cover, but I do have Broken Things by Lauren Oliver, and you can kind of see, sorry, I'm just looking into my screen, but you can kind of see 1, 2, and then there is a 3rd girl there. So I'm taking it, I'm doing it. I have Broken Things by Lauren Oliver, and this is my book with 3 people on the cover. The next one is, do you have a book based on another fictional story? And for this one, I am going with Damsel by Eleanor K. Arnold. This is a ARC that I received at Yauk, and I don't think that it's really based on an actual fictional story, but it's based on the ideology, of Prince Charming coming to save the damsel in distress, basically. So although it's not based directly on an actual set in stone story, it does have the same ideology as another story, so you know, I'm taking it. Next is, do you have a book with a title that is exactly 10 letters long? Right, so I don't really know whether this technically counts, but I have Before I Die by Jenny Downham, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 letters. So although it's not one word, so I'm going with it. Next is, do you have a book where the title starts and ends with the same letter? Let's have a little look. No, I Can't Even by Simon James Green. Simon James Green was actually my acting teacher at school in 1st and 2nd year, not school, at college, when I went to performance college in Basildon. So I am very, very supportive of his books, and I really, really love them. So yeah, so Noah and Even, obviously it's an N. The next one is, do you have a mass market paperback book? And I'm very sad to say that I do not. I actually just had to Google, you know, what a mass market paperback book was, but unfortunately I don't, so I won't be getting that point. The next question is, do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? And I don't really know whether this is correct. So if it's not, I'm just gonna sound like an absolute twat who doesn't know what they're talking about with books. So very sorry, but you know, we can't all be perfect. I read books, I love books, I review books. I don't know everything about them, so I'm very sorry. But I think that J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series counts, because if I am correct, J.K. Rowling, when she was going to publish The Philosopher's Stone, she was going to use her first name, and the publishers were basically worried that young boys wouldn't read a book if they knew that it was a lady author. So they decided to use her initials of J and K and then her last name. So then young boys then didn't really know the difference, and Possibly it could have made a massive difference with young boys reading the Harry Potter series, or it could have made no difference at all. But I'm going with that one as a pen name sort of. You know, it is her real name, but it's different to what she would say use in day-to-day life. I'm going with it. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? And I do. In fact, I have a whole series. So first of all, this is a Sherlock Holmes series. So we have A Study in Charlotte, which is obviously Sherlock Holmes. The Last of August, and August is the character in the Sherlock Holmes series. And then we then have the case for Jamie. So I have a whole series. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think that should count for like 3 points, but I don't think it will. I actually have a load of books with the character's name in the title, but there's no point in me showing you all of them. So I thought I'd just go, you know, with the most, and it was a series, so yeah. Do you have a book with 2 maps in it? I'm not sure. We're going with Daughter of the Siren Queen, because it has a map at the start and a map at the end. So it's not actually involved in the book, but it is right at the start. Is that a map? Yeah, of course it's a map. I'm going with that. Daughter of the Siren Queen by Tricia Levenseller. The next one is, do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? And I do. I'm gonna go with 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I'm so bad with authors. This, obviously, loads of people have watched 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. It's now 2 series out. I've watched them all on repeat, and I love the series, even though it is very real and very heartbreaking, but I still loved it. I, however, have not read the book, but I do own a copy, so that counts. Next one is, do you have a book written by someone who was famous for something else before they wrote the book? Yes, I do. I have Mirror Mirror by Cara Delevingne. For those of you who know, Cara Delevingne is a model. I think that's how she got famous. I'm assuming so. She could have done something before that, and then just because she was so pretty became a model, but I'm pretty sure she was famous before being a model. And then she then came out with this book. I, however, have not read it. But yeah, hopefully I do. So we're going with Mirror Mirror by Cara Delevingne. The next one is, do you have a book with a clock on the cover? I don't think so. The answer to that one is a no, but however, I do have How to Stop Time by Matt Haig, and although that this isn't a clock, it is a way of seeing how much time has passed, so I'm gonna take half a point. The next question is, do you have a poetry book? And I think I do. I say that I do, and I do, I promise, but it's not on these bookshelves. I think that it's at my home before this one, on like the leftover stuff that I haven't brought over yet. So I'm not going to cheat, I'm not going to claim a point because I can't show you the book, but I do promise that I do have one, so I won't take the point for this. Next question is, do you have a book with an award stamp on it? I have Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This has like 4 award stamps on it, so that's great, and I bloody love this book, so it deserves all the awards that it could get given, so yes, I do. Next is, do you have a book written by an author with the same initials as you? So that would be GC. So luckily for me, my bookshelves are arranged in alphabetical order, so this might be quite easy to find. So the answer to that one is no, I don't. I thought I might do. I'm now really sad. I thought I was gonna have one. I've let myself down. Next is, do you have a book of short stories? And I actually don't. I have never read a short story book in my life, like an anthology or anything, so I don't own any of those. No, I don't. That makes me sad. Next is, do you have a book between 500 and 510 pages long? I have The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. So this one may count. It's 501 pages, but then it then has the pages like carry on for like the after like author's notes, but I'm going to take it from the end of the story, which is 501. So The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. Next is, do I have a book that was turned into a movie? And I do. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and I bloody love the book and I bloody love the movie, so it's just amazing, and I can't wait for Angie Thomas's next book. Yeah, Yellow Sprayed Edges, if I haven't told you that before. Next is, do you have a graphic novel? And no, I do not. I've never read a graphic novel, like I've never read an anthology of short stories. Don't own one and not really interested in ever reading one, so sorry everyone who loves graphic novels, they're just not for me. And the last question is, do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? And I sure do. So I think I have a couple, but this one was literally in my eyeline, if you can see like where the books have fallen down, and that is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Laura Miracle. I haven't read this. It was meant to be in my Cozy F1 TBR, I believe, but I never got to it. But I own a copy. 3 authors. Right, so let's count up how many points I actually got. So I got 14.5 in this out of 20 questions, which actually isn't too bad considering that I knew without even looking at my shelves that I wouldn't have a graphic novel, I wouldn't have a short story, and I wouldn't have a mass market paperback. So 3 points already I knew I didn't have any chances of getting. So I'm quite proud of that. But I do need to buy a book with the same initials as me for the author. That didn't really make any sense. I need to buy a book by an author with the same initials as me. That makes sense. Right, this video is over. I hope that you've enjoyed this book tag. Let me see yours if you've done this video in the past. Post it below and I will give it a watch for you. Please, if you haven't already and you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagram, Twitters, and yeah, that's all I have. Goodreads. Follow me on Goodreads and I will give you a follow back. But yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this video and I will see you again soon. Bye. Bye.